Hi, this is the video about how I got into Ironman distance races and also my thank you video, long time coming. So it's been a few weeks since I finished the full distance Ironman race and would like to tell you a short story about how I got into all of that and also to thank many people that made it all possible. So, a few years ago, my friend Nikita, and he will correct me if I'm wrong um, on the details of all of that. So he called me and he said, "Hey, um, would you like to swim Bosphorus Strait in Turkey next year?" And at that point, I wasn't really swimming at all. I didn't know how to swim. And I said, yeah, sure. Let's do that. And I actually really just wanted to meet him. And, it was a cool opportunity to spend a week together, have some fun and, maybe accomplish something. So, I said okay. And I, started to train. And I knew for some reason that I'm not going to swim freestyle. So I started to train to swim breaststroke. And at first, when I got into pool, I don't think I could swim length the pool. Maybe I could swim a length, but that was about it. Maybe I could swim, couple lengths, and then I would take a break and yada yada yada. And The only thing was with this race or whatever you might call it is that it was really popular and many people wanted to sign up. And the way they do it is they open up signing up process at like I don't know, 12 o'clock at Turkey time. It was like 5 p.m. and you have to do it really really quick, otherwise you wouldn't get in. So long story short, we didn't get in because there was too many people that wanted to race this race or event. So both of us actually. I was at the Daniel swim practice. Nikita was at home. I was driving home. So when they finally opened, basically I think they maybe site just almost crashed. So we didn't get in. So we're like start talking. Okay, we trained. We have all of this. Baggage of training with us. So we try to maybe do a lake swim in Italy or Ocean Man. We talk, but nothing happened. So I'm like, okay, well, there's all this training was done. What I'm gonna do with this? And I don't remember how, but some reason I saw a post on Facebook from like Ukrainian Triathlon Association, and actually I think they posted in track and field page for some reason, and they come up in my feed um, about a girl in Ukraine that completed an Ironman race, and they said like almost like bare naked. And actually, at that time, I don't think I even knew what the hell is Ironman really is. I never heard of it, or not saying never heard of triathlon, but didn't really care. I didn't really follow it. Didn't really, knew what it was. So I read the post, and it's basically said that she swam in her swim trunk. She rode a bike on some mountain bike, no shoes, no nothing, and then she, obviously ran marathon. And I don't really read the comments, so don't really participate in the comments because I know it's kind of a waste of time. But I started reading the comments, and it was for some reason not surprisingly to see, but even with some posts like this, there was still some people that try to turn it into some negative. And one guy struck me. What was some guy said, "Well, I did those races in 1990s. I also didn't have anything, and now what are you talking about? Now you can buy all of this equipment in a secondhand store, basically like a kind of equivalent of Goodwill in America." And I kind of got so mad. I'm like, dude, what are you talking about? Where are you gonna like buy a used bike or a used wetsuit? Like he said, I got all of this for my daughter for like $25. I'm like, where did you see a bike, a road bike for $5? Like, dude, what are you talking about? So I got really mad, and I said, listen, an email to that association. I said, can you put me in touch with this girl, because like I think I wanted to help her. So basically, they gave me her information. I emailed her. I said, listen, wanted to like sponsor you a little bit, want to like, provide you with the bike and shoes and some money and yada yada yada. So, and actually, next year I was going to Ukraine, so we actually met in person. I think she was kind of, she didn't show, but I'm sure she was shocked and surprised. Like, why would you want to help me? I guess it's hard to understand, but for people that live a long time in America, volunteering or helping others, uh, it's you get used to it. It's like an everyday thing. But in Ukraine, I guess it's kind of strange why the total stranger, want to spend thousands of dollars on you. So we end up basically buying her bike, all those things that I promised, and then I thought about it. I'm like, look into it. So what the hell is this Ironman race? And at the time, I wasn't really doing anything. Again, I had this, a little bit of swimming that I've done over like last 8 months. And then I thought, oh, I always thought of myself as a tough guy. And, what is this like Ironman? And then when you look at it closely, you see like, yeah, it's pretty hard. And usually, dive into things head on straight. But even here, and my wife was telling me like, hey, don't like just go in this with the calm head, and don't underestimate this. And I actually didn't, and I actually glad I didn't. So I started, with the Olympic race, and then obviously I finished the half distance, half Ironman in Atlantic City last year, and then this year I finally finished the full race. So that's kind of like the pre-story of how I got into, and like I said, this